As I finalized everything needed for my semester abroad and said goodbye to all my friends.
It's currently 1:07 in the morning. What leaves in an hour and a half?
We all joked about the possibility of them coming over to visit me during the Christmas break. Jokes changed into plans.
We'll see you in December, big guy.
So I hopped on a bus while they hopped onto a plane, and I met them in Paris.
First time I've seen them in like 5 months.
These are my friends, and this is our European adventure.
Okay, after a very long, sleepless 14-hour bus ride, we have just arrived in Milan. It is pretty cold here. I think it's -1 outside, so a whole 10 or 11 degrees colder than Lyon. And we are just headed on our way to our hotel, I think, and desperately trying not to get lost in the metro station maze that is Milan Metro. I'll see you guys in the next clip. Okay, we have just made it to the Holiday Inn. Everyone else is checking in. We only bought it for 4 people, so I have to hide outside and sneak inside after. And this Holiday Inn is courtesy of Katrina's parents. I believe they purchased it for us for the night. And we will be here for Christmas, and I think the next 2 days. So I'm very happy that we're in a hotel again. That's super wonderful, because hostels kind of suck.
After checking in our hotel, our group went back to the train station to meet up with Max, who is
Riley's mom's cousin's husband's stepfather.
When we arrived in Milan, we actually had no plan at all other than to meet Max. And I believe I speak for all of us when I say that that was probably the best plan we ever could have had. After we had introduced ourselves and shook hands, Max immediately started walking at a blistering pace. That man can really move. And he brought us to all the hot spots over Milan. Of course, he brought us to the cathedral and the Galleria, but then he also took us to the castle and the park beside the castle. And then he also took us out to the Milan canals. While he was showing us all these locations, he was also sharing the history behind each place and all these different things. It was like the best walking tour I've ever been on. The man seems to know so much about the city that he lives in. We stopped and had some lunch and then visited a few more churches before we parted ways. Max had a few things to do, and we went to the hotel to take a nap because we were exhausted. The bus rides we took were kicking our butt. They were all overnight so we could maximize our time in Europe, but sleeping on an overnight bus never goes that well. We met back with Max later that night, and he brought us over to his daughter's house, where she and her fiance had prepared some amazing Italian cuisine. I didn't film a whole lot while we were there for obvious reasons, but it was such an incredible night. We were so blessed to be treated that well by Max and his family, and it's definitely a night I will never forget.
What's going on, YouTube family? Today is Tuesday, December 26th, known as Boxing Day back home in Canada, but here I think they call it Stephen's Day, and I am just headed to the grocery store while everyone checks out of the hotel. Today is actually our last day in Milan, and unfortunately the weather is not looking so hot, so hopefully we find some cool indoor activities to do. we're meeting up with our boy Max again. Christmas yesterday was absolutely fantastic. I had such a good time. After we do whatever we do today, we will be leaving on a bus to Munich at 11 o'clock. So yeah, I'll see you guys after the intro. Okay, so I am reunited with the gang. We have our tour guide Max here, and we are actually going to explore a cemetery today. But it looks like just a huge church, but apparently it's a cemetery. Hundreds of people are buried here. We'll see.
Max was saying that like all the stuff we've just seen already, which is so much, is only about like 10% of all the graves in the cemetery. Like you could spend hours to like days in here just trying to see every single one.
Okay, so we came here on a super misty day, and there's crows in the background, and it just feels really, really spooky. And all of these gravestones are honestly, they look like mini churches, and everyone is styled differently. Like, all of them are just so crazy. But it's just, this whole place is huge. It's absolutely incredible.
You get worried about it because even if you were to go into this place, I mean, you might just die in it.
Trying to see everything.
Mind you, nice place to get buried.
Okay, and we just finished at the cemetery. We actually all stopped and had lunch at the Chinese restaurant. I ate way too much food, and this lemon, what was it called?
Limoncello.
And I hated it, so I'll insert a video here.
Oh God, no. And particularly if you're not used to it. No, you shouldn't. No.
That's not the way to do it, Lloyd. You gotta sip it, Lloyd. You gotta sip it.
Riley, the brave man, actually had two, the animal, after drinking like how many beers?
Like 7.
What an incredible man. His face isn't even flushed. I'm shocked. And now Maxi Poo is about to take us to, yes, that is his new nickname, Brandon. Maxi Poo is about to take us to the oldest church in Milan. We're just stopping at the train station for a few moments, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. Okay, so when Max said it was the oldest church in Milan, because it's from 379 AD, so how old was that?
It's like just under 1,700 years old.
Incredible.
Possibly the oldest structure in Milan. Think of it this way, like, when you built this church, Jesus had died like a couple generations ago.
Okay, so we just finished a little coffee shop cafe thing. Currently we're just wasting time before dinner because our boy Maxi Poo is trying to get us some food. But nothing opens before 7, which is terrible for a diabetic like myself. So yeah, I guess we're heading there now. You can see Natasha and them. So we'll see you there.
While looking back, I believe that our entire Milan experience can be summed up perfectly in 2 different quotes. The first one is by Edith Wharton, who said, "One of the great things about travel is that you find out how many good, kind people there are out there in the world."
I have enjoyed myself so much because life was boring before you arrived. All of you.
The second quote that I feel like really reflects our experiences in Milan is, "Friends that travel together, stay together."
I feel like that's
Oh, we have 10 seconds to pick her up. Actually, it's the video again, but the other one didn't work. We can throw her in this one.
Thank you so much for watching this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.
How are you feeling, Katrina? Ew, bare feet, Brandon. Ew, Brandon, bare feet. What are those? Rocky's ass is in the background because of the mirror.